So hello guys, in this video we are going to solve this problem. So in this problem it is given that we have this integral which is e power x multiplied by 1 minus x power n divided by 1 minus x dx is equal to this e power x multiplied by this p of x, where this p of x is a polynomial with the integer coefficients and c is a constant of integration. And this n here is a natural number and c is a constant of integration, and this p of 0 value is given as 620. So based on this information we have to find out the value of n here, which is this thing. So we have to find the value of this thing. So this is the problem. So you have this equation, and this p of x is a polynomial with integer coefficient, and this p of 0 value is 620. So based on this you have to tell the value of n. So this is the thing. So let's see how we can solve this. So first of all, I write that equation here. Now you see in the integral we have this 1 minus x power n divided by 1 minus x. So you recall this is the summation of this geometric progression, like 1 plus x square up to x power n minus 1. So this thing is equal to this thing, we know. So what we can do, we can replace this thing by this thing. So after replacing, I will get like e power x multiplied by this 1 plus x square up to x power n minus 1 dx, and in the right hand side we have this e power x multiplied by this p of x plus some constant of integration that we have. So now from this equation we get this equation. Now what we can do, we can differentiate both the side. So if you differentiate, then this integration and differentiation effect will cancel, and the remaining thing only this. And in the right hand side we have this differentiation of this e power x multiplied by this p of x, and this constant of integration differentiation will become like 0. So this differentiation will become like e power x multiplied by this p dash x plus p of x multiplied by this e power x. So this is the thing. Now we can assume a polynomial p of x in this way, like a0 plus a1x plus a2x square up to an minus 1 x power n minus 1. Why we are going up to only x power n minus 1? Because you see in the left hand side this maximum power is x power n minus 1. So if you take higher power like this, so this coefficients will become 0 all. If you compare both the side, then this coefficients will become 0. So that's why we only going up to this x power n minus 1. Now we have this p of x, so you can differentiate it, and you will get this differentiation will become like 0. Here you get a1, then here you get 2 times a2 times x, and the last thing differentiation is n minus 1 multiplied by a n minus 1 x power n minus 2. Now we know the p of x and p dash x, so we can replace p dash x and px here. So after replacing, we get like a1 plus 2 times a2 up to n minus 1 a n minus 1 x power n minus 2. And here we have this p of x, which is a0 plus a1x, and here it will go up to a n minus 1 x power n minus 1. Here we have this e power x and e power x also. So this is the thing. So now you can take this e power x as common, and you can write in this way, like you can combine this a0 and a1, and you can write in this way. Then you can combine this a1x plus 2 times a2x. The next thing you will get like a2x power 2 here, and here you will get 3 times a3x square. So this a2 plus 3 times a3. So in this way you will get different coefficients of like the x power 1, x power 2. Now we know right hand side which is equal to this, and left hand side which is equal to this. So what we can do, we can compare different things. But first of all, you see in the problem it is given that this p of 0 value is 620. So we know this p of x polynomial is this. So if you put x is equal to 0, you will get p of 0 is equal to a0, which is 620. So this p of 0 value is 620. So we now know a0 value, which is 620. Now we know the a0 value. now you can compare like this a0 plus a1. If you compare, this is equal to 1. So we can make one equation like a1 plus a0 is equal to 1, and from here you can replace this a0 value and you will get this a1 value as minus 619, which is this. So now you know a1 value. So what you can do, you can compare the x power 1 coefficient. So here it is a1 plus 2a2, and here the x power 1 coefficient is 1. So this a1 plus 2a2 is equal to 1. Now you know the a1 value, so you can replace here. So this will become in this form. So a2 value will get as 310. So now we know the e2 value also. Now you can compare the x power 2 coefficient, which is a2 plus 3a3, and here x power 2 coefficient is 1. So this a2 plus 3a3 is equal to 1. So this a2 value you can replace here. So a3 value we get as minus 103. So this is the thing. Now you see one pattern like here you can write this in this way like a0 plus a1 is equal to 1. So now you see the pattern. Here we have a0, here we have a1, here we have a2. Here we have a1. You can write this a1 in this form also, like a0 plus 1 times a1. So here you have 1 times a1, 2 times a2, 3 times a3. So you are seeing one pattern like next thing you can form in this way like after a2 it will become like a3, and here we have 3 times a3, so it will become like 4 times a4. And in the left hand side you see this all coefficients are 1 like x power 3 coefficient, x power 4 coefficient, and up to x power n minus 1 coefficients all are 1, and so this will also become equal to 1. So in this way we can make like different equations. Now we know the a3 value, so the next equation you also like know like a3 plus 4 times a4 is equal to 1. You know a3 value it is minus 103, so you can replace that value here. You will get a4 value. Next you increment this by 1. Here you have 4 times a4, so it will become like 5 times a5. And in the right hand side we know like all coefficients are 1, so we can make this equal to 1. So now you know the a4 value, you can make a new equation and get the value of a5, which is minus 5. So now you can increment this by 1. This 5 times a5 will become like 6 times a6. You know the this a5 value, so you can replace in this, so it will become like this. So a6 value you will get as 1. And now you can make another equation like you increment this by 1. This 6 times a6 will become like 7 times a7, but a6 value is 1. So this will come like this. So this a7 value will become 0. And if you make new equations, so a7 value we got as 0. So the next is you increment this by 1, and this 7 times a7 will become like this. But you will get this fractions value like a7 value if you put 0, a8 value is this. But we don't want this. We have this polynomial with the integer coefficient. So we only go up to here like a6 is equal to 1. And you can also see like if you see this x power n minus 1 here, so this x power n minus 1 here we have this coefficient as a n minus 1, and here we don't have the x power n minus 1, so the coefficient here is 0 for x power n minus 1, and in the left hand side this coefficient is 1, so this a n minus 1 value must be equal to 1. So you can also see this, but if you take higher power like this, like we know a7 is 0, and if you take the higher powers, so this coefficients will come in the fraction form, so that we don't want, because here we you can also see this last coefficient must be equal to 1 to satisfy this equation. So we got a6 value is equal to 1, so we go up to here, and now you can compare this a6 with this a n minus 1 must be equal to 1 from this thing. So this n minus 1 value must be equal to 6. So the n is 7 here. So in this way we can solve this problem. So from this information we find out uh, this natural number n must be 7 to satisfy this equation. So in this way we can solve this problem.